So we've had the details of Joe Biden's coronavirus stimulus bill, and now we've got the Republican counterproposal. And what do you know? It sucks. They've released new details of their roughly $618 billion coronavirus relief proposal, which is, I've run the numbers, and 618 is quite a bit less than 1.9 trillion. They have a round of $1,000 direct checks per adult that I'm sure we'll find out in a week is actually $400 new dollars and 600 that we gave before. But anyway, more details. In their proposed thing. Let's see, they've taken out what the Wall Street Journal calls the most contentious measures in their proposal. What, contentious because the Republicans don't like it? How many elections do they have to lose before the Wall Street Journal gets that just because Republicans in the Senate don't approve of something doesn't mean that's what the American people think. But anyway,
thank you.
They've taken out the funding for state and local governments, and they've also taken out an increase in the minimum wage to $15 an hour. And I understand that like one side pushing for an increase in the minimum wage and the other side trying to block it. It's confusing, but like if I could simplify it, it's that Republicans want your wages to be as low as possible. They've been consistent about that your entire life and they're never going to change. They think that you get paid too much now. Trump even said in multiple debates in 2016, wages are too high. And somehow that's the right-wing populist position that people already make too much money. Sorry,
yeah,
people already make too much money.
It's almost like right-wing populism is just a stand-in for racism. But look, hey, what have I been doing but paying attention? Keep going, John.
Exactly. Okay, so the GOP plan also proposes scaling back the $1,400 per person check sought by some Democrats. Some of us want a lot more than that. To $1,000 per adult and $500 per dependent adult and child. They also, by the way, they want to target these even more than Biden was talking about. They want to start scaling back the size of the checks for individuals making more than $40,000 a year, and then getting rid of it entirely when you hit 50,000. So previously we've heard 70,000, 100,000. They're like, no, if you make slightly better than minimum wage, like we're gonna start to scale it out. They also have a less generous extension of unemployment insurance. Instead of $400 a week through September, they wanna give you $300 a week through June, which is in like 6 days. And so basically in every area possible, they are scaling it back and giving less.
Yeah. I mean, yes, of course, this is their worldview. This is Republicans. I mean, we've seen their plan, right? Which is to obstruct, to logjam everything in Congress, to completely stop any progress from being made. And then, hey, in 4 years, run a complete and utter demagogue who promises that he alone can fix everything, even though he believes in a lower minimum wage, as you were saying. And then, hey, enact your Christian nationalist authoritarian state the way you've always wanted. And we basically had that for the last 4 years, and that is the plan ultimately. And I do want to say that the $15 an hour, we all know at this point, at this late date in the year 2021, should really be something like $25 an hour. And people like the Wall Street Journal and folks who are trying to honestly cover this, like you're saying, let's not get it twisted. This is not, if you're actually going to objectively cover something like the minimum wage, well then why not look at history. Look at the ways that the minimum wage has stagnated. Look at the ways that the working class has not gotten a raise since like the mid 80s, right? Like look at the ways that according to inflation, if you're so good with money and numbers, Wall Street Journal, look at that. If we were going by inflation, the minimum wage would be something like, I think almost like $40 an hour by this point. So I don't quote me on that, but it's definitely far more than 15, something like 25, between 25 and 40. And so yeah, this is the game we all get sucked into, which is believing Republicans at their word, and as if they are not just trying to hollow out Americans for everything they're worth. Meanwhile, again, corporations, major companies like Amazon, still making hand over fist billions of dollars of profit, not paying their share in taxes. I just want to tax the rich, man. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. And the last thing I'll say is, it makes you realize that first of all, $1.9 trillion is absolutely a good number, a huge number, and we should have put that forward. But also the fact that they're going down to 618 billion, Republicans are, but then when it comes to individual stimulus checks, are going from 1,400 to 1,000. is just proof that Democrats should have asked for more. That maybe is the area that there is more agreement on, direct checks. So hey, why not ask for 2,000? Why not ask for 3,000? Whatever, if they're going to, cut it in half the way they do.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.